This week marks Nigeria's observance of National Nutrition Week 2025, themed Eat Right for a Better Life. It's a timely reminder that the foods we choose matter, not just for daily energy, but for long-term health and disease prevention. The campaign emphasizes balanced diets, rich in fresh fruits, vegetables, pulses, and whole grains, and urges Nigerians to reduce intake of processed foods, excess sugar, and salt. Its core message: healthy meals today are the best defense against chronic illnesses tomorrow. Nigeria faces a growing double burden of malnutrition, while undernutrition persists. Obesity and diet-related non-communicable disease like hypertension and diabetes are on the rise, particularly in urban areas. Nutrition education, earlier dietary intervention, and mindful eating are now more urgent than ever.
Joining us to explore how Nigerians can use Nutrition Week as a springboard towards healthier living is Fawehinmi Temitope, a clinical dietitian trained in prevention-focused nutrition strategies. You're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank
So you're about to teach us, so tell us how we can use food as weapons against bad health. Am I correct?
Yes.
Food as weapons against
Yeah, I guess so. So
yes.
What must every Nigerian know? And I always like to ask that question around the premise of noting that the economy is bad. Our main foods are always the same kind: starchy, rice, eba, semo, everything. But what must we know as Nigerians when it comes to our nutrition with what we have?
Okay. So once again, thank you for having me in here.
Thank you for coming.
Let's go back to the basics. Let's go back to the basics. I'm sure a lot of us know what balanced diet is.
Yeah.
We knew that from primary school. Okay, so we know that we should eat classes of food: carbohydrates, protein, fat, and oil.
Yeah.
We should eat our fruits and vegetables. Okay, so in real sense, if we begin to follow through with this definition of what balanced diet is, it's not just rice. What are our staples? In this part of the world, yes, we have rice, we have maize, we still have sorghum, we have barley, we have wheat, we have millet.
Sorry, what are these things you're calling now?
They are all cereals.
I'm making a point. I don't know.
Yes, because we choose not to familiarize ourselves with it.
Yes.
For Northerners, these are their own regular staples. Okay, so maybe down south here, we might not be so familiar with it, but they are actually available. Let's eat across. The change now is that we want people to start eating across the food groups. Let's go back to our roots and tubers. Let's eat our cocoyam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay? Not just in our white soups, but let's eat our cocoyams. Let's eat our different varieties of potatoes. Okay? Let's eat our yams. Yes, the economic part is there, but I always say, if you do not, pay the farmer, you would pay the pharmacist.
Ooh.
I like that.
Mic drop.
That's it.
That's very nice.
So still having on the line that the pharmacists are of cost.
Very
people, very important.
But still, I mean, taking care of oneself should come first.
Yes.
So wow, interesting.
So Temi, as a dietitian, can you tell us how you would define preventive nutrition? Like, how is it important, and why is it important, rather, in reducing diet-related diseases?
Okay, we already said that from the very onset.
Right.
You said weapon. Okay, so I would like to see or define preventive nutrition as that weapon that helps to fight against diseases, infection. Okay, so the steps that you take, the routines that you take, the things that you eat that keeps you farther from diseases. So that's basically preventive nutrition.
So basically, it's food as medicine,
Yeah.
Exactly.
but preventive in this
Food
case.
as
But
medicine.
perhaps maybe the problem or what's missing is awareness. Perhaps maybe it's knowledge on the part of Nigerians. Yes, we did learn about balanced diet while we were in schools, but
Right.
people don't exactly know what foods or what vegetables make you or give you so and so fighting chances.
Yes.
For instance, what do my vegetables prevent? What do my yams prevent? What do my rice doesn't prevent anything? In fact, I think rice is the problem. Rice is the problem of Nigeria.
No,
I stopped eating rice 3 weeks ago.
disagree with you on
I
that.
stopped eating rice 3 weeks ago, and I feel better because I have
No
this.
way.
Yeah, I've been trying to get my.
So what do you eat your rice with?
Well, regular stew and assorted meat.
So basic 4 kilocalories of energy of carbohydrate. 4 kilocalories of carbohydrates will give you 4 kilocalories of energy.
Okay.
4 of protein would also give you 4 kilocalories of. But when 1 gram of fat and oil will give you 9 kilocalories of.
Together.
No. So carbohydrate, 1 gram of carbohydrate is equals to 4 kilocalories of energy.
Okay.
1 gram of protein is equals to 4 kilocalories of energy.
Okay.
Now, 1 gram of fat and oil is equals to 9 kilocalories of energy. So
Fat and oil I will find where? In what foods?
your oils, your nuts, your oily fishes,
Okay.
you find them there. So it means that for you to have the same amount of energy in fat and oil, you probably need to eat, if not 2 times
More.
of your carbohydrate.
Okay.
So it's not always about, carbohydrate is not always the issue. It's not always the problem. What are you pairing it with?
Oh.
Right.
What healthy option are you pairing it with? Okay?
go together.
So as an adult, you don't need more than 3 to 4 eggs a week.
A week?
Yeah? And then you sit down with your bread and then you fry 4 eggs at once.
Mazino,
wait,
that's your name.
You are risking my risky burger. I had a risky burger
That is
yesterday
your
and the day
name.
before, and it was 2 eggs to 1 bread.
See?
Okay.
And are you saying that that is bad?
Now talking about that.
Okay.
So let's go to obesity.
Yes.
So I feel like, you mentioned some things that you didn't know we had in Nigeria because you're used to risky burger and rice and stew. So are you going to say that it's processed food that makes people get obese? Or the fact that like Mazino now, maybe because of work schedule, the first thing he can grab is
Bread and egg.
So what's your take on that? Do you think it's the lifestyle in terms of Nigerians are constantly busy and so they just grab the first thing and then they move?
Processed or
Processed
risky.
food that's, making them
So
obese?
when talking about obesity, it's actually multidimensional in the sense that there's so many factors, not just what you eat. Okay, the moment you begin to eat more than what your body needs, there's a problem.
Okay.
The moment you eat and then you do not balance your energy input with what goes out, you eat, you're just there, you're just sedentary, no lifestyle, poor lifestyle, no form of exercise, no, you're not balancing what you're eating. You're so sedentary, you're not eating the gym, you're not working, and then you just feed on a lot of empty calorie foods, sodas, a lot of highly processed foods. All these things begin to accumulate, and then you say one is obese.
Can I modify that question, your question? Yeah. Now, for people like myself who can eat anything, everything, and it not show, because trust me, I've been trying to gain weight, am I still healthy or am I still doing damage to myself if it doesn't show in terms of my girth?
So, what is your lipid profile?
I don't know.
Do you understand?
You really don't know.
What is a lipid profile?
Okay, so you're eating all of these things because, as I said, I'm a clinical dietitian, and then it's amazing how people feel they can eat everything and anything, and because they are not
Getting bigger.
When you
Getting
eat everything
bigger,
and anything.
they are fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so when last did you have your routine check?
What is that?
That that you checked your liver functions, your kidney functions to be sure that you do not have too much fats.
So if it's not showing outwardly, it might be doing
showing
damage inside.
exactly.
Oh,
Excess,
and
fats clogging your heart and all of that.
So I had a very poignant story here. I had a friend who I think died at 34, and it was told that he died from a fatty, I can't remember the organ.
Fatty liver?
Fatty liver. I hate to use this as an example, but could that have been as a result of dietary deficiencies or over...
Okay, so as I said, it's not always a one fit all. Okay, alcohol causes this thing.
That's calories itself, not even alcohol.
Yes, poor lifestyle. Most of the time, or more than half of the time, most of us, we work on our phones or on our systems.
We're in one place.
One place, just sedentary. We need to start making conscious effort to stand up. Someone said, sitting is the new way to die. Okay? So I cannot particularly say this is what might have led to the person demise. But I can assure you, poor lifestyle, poor dietary habits or patterns might have contributed significantly to it.
Okay. Interesting. Let's talk about culture and how it plays in. When culture plays in, what defines culture is what we do, how we greet, what we eat.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not. Your food's from Cross River State. Delicious foods.
Thank you.
Very delicious.
From mine, from Delta State. Ever tried starch?
I have.
You make it, don't you?
I love it.
Yeah. So you see that culture has also a big influence on what we take in. If you go to South Africa, you meet people who have this they're very well built because of their diet. It's very different here. So how much of our cultural influence affects how healthy we are from the different parts of Nigeria as a dietitian and from your experience? Do Yoruba people live longer than Igbo people, for instance? Let's not start another war. There's no other way to ask it.
I can answer that.
But do you think that there are little nuances that might also play in here when it comes to the diet and the culture?
So when we say diet actually starts from pre-conception, conception. So what are the things that we tell our pregnant women? Oh, don't eat snail. The child is going to be sluggish. Don't eat.
Oh, that's culture.
All these things. Meanwhile, those are rich sources of proteins.
For instance, we don't eat cocoyam where I come from.
Oh, why?
Something with the gods.
A major source of carbohydrates. Good. It's very rare that you will find refined cocoyam, because one thing that we want you to start eating is locally available foods. Foods
from the ground.
Foods without label. Foods with little or no processing. Foods, because even the foods that are processed, one major issue we have is that we do not read labels.
Right.
We just buy
and we cook.
Okay? So the moment we start imbibing cultures such as reading of labels, cultures such as listening to health advocates like us, okay? Because people just say, oh, dietitian, what am I going to eat? How do I lose weight?
That's basically that's all you guys are good for.
No, I strongly disagree.
Tummy fat in 2 hours.
It's clinical dietitians in general, we have beyond that. Advocacy, we create menus. We create menus for individuals, for institutions. We give nutrition education. We're important in making health policies. The list is endless.
Does your diet have anything to do with your mental state?
Yes, there's actually a new baby. I don't know, maybe that's the word we should call it. Nutrition, is it psychiatry?
Psychology.
Yes, nutrition, psychology, diet and mental health. It's still in works, but we know that there are foods that you eat that help boost your mood, that help boost your mind, your omega-3s, your omega-6, your almond, your oily fishes, your salmons, your mackerel.
Yeah.
Okay, these are things that you can eat that can actually boost your mood, boost your mind, boost your mental health.
Now that you talked about diet and mental health, there was somewhere I read that they talked about diet and is it your blood type or your blood group?
Genotype?
Yes. So if is it AA or this, you have to eat only meat and this. How true is that? Because really,
I can see the answer already.
See, do diets also affect your blood group and all that?
Or does it end up playing?
Yes.
Once again, my name is Temitope Fawehinmi. I'm a registered and licensed dietitian.
And I'm here to tell you that.
And I'm here to tell you that.
To convince and not confuse you.
That there are no substantial research. Okay, we did a small study in my association right here in Lagos, and there was no significant relationship to show that what you eat actually contributes somewhat to your diet. But what we know that if you eat less of refined sugar, you do not take excess salt, you do not take excess fatty foods, and you find a way to balance your energy input and energy output, you should and you will most likely be fine.
Oh, wow.
Balance your risky burger.
Balance. I will take your advice now, and from now on it will just be 3 eggs per week.
Wow.
Eggs are delicious. They're quick.
Very quick, yes.
And they're healthy.
Yes,
they're
very
clean.
healthy. So one food that has everything in it.
Yeah.
Everything.
That's a whole
That's
chicken.
why it's a go-to. Exactly.
That's a whole chicken.
That's an entire
You've got labs and wings and neck.
We want to say thank you very much for coming with your great energy and giving us these advice
Thank you, Timmy.
regarding foods and diet and how it could help us prevent illnesses. Eat right.
Yes.
And also make sure that you read the labels, but basically return to the basics. A balanced diet will do you better than pay the farmer, not the pharmacist.
Well,
I love
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a lucky stage because you get to say the goodbyes with us as we round up for this weekend. It's been a very interesting weekend here with Queen Celestine and all the many guests that we had through yesterday up
Amazing
until today.
guests.
And of course the viewers couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you very much for being there. Join us again on Saturday next week. Queen Celestine will still be here with us and we'll be giving you a roundup of what the week was like from before. Until then, catch Breakfast Central from 7 a.m. tomorrow with the trio, Jonathan Hansen, Imodi, and of course, Borowa. We're saying goodbye, but we'll catch you in little spots during the week. Bye-bye.
See ya.